What does God look like? What do you see?
We're solar-powered biological AI.
Wait, what?
These ancient adversarial entities, I think it's the very same ones that rebelled against God and were cast out.
They were sent here to guide us in antiquity, and they took advantage of that and just masqueraded as gods. What's going on, guys? Make sure I wasn't muted there, because I always am. Welcome to the Gray Pilled Podcast. I'm Jules, the host of Gray Pilled, but this is a special episode. We are actually doing a public, I guess a free episode preview of our esoteric book review that we do every Saturday on the Gray Pilled Patreon. With me is Subliminal Messenger. Next to me, what's going on, Subby?
What's up? Good morning,
down
Jules.
Below me is Nick from the Occult Rejects.
Hello.
Nick, good to see you. And diagonally of me is Rat, Eamon Rat, Season of the Rat, guys.
What's up? What's up?
With me every Saturday morning on the Patreon. Every Saturday, Patreon exclusive. But we figured we go live today. I think we're streaming to Occult Rejects channel.
Yes.
What's going on, guys? It's good to see y'all here. Stacks, what's up, man? It's good to see it. Everyone on the Rumble. Like the video, share it, get everybody in here. We will be reviewing part 3 of The Occult Anatomy of Man today by Manley P. Hall, the Spinal column. And so
Hell yeah.
What we do, and Nick, we figured we would go over this book because we have a few books that we go over. We actually, you were there with us yesterday. We started The Adepts in the Western Esoteric Tradition, which is fascinating.
Banger episode. Banger.
We talked about manas.
The Manichaeans, the Mandans, the
Bogani, the fuck, man.
the Bogagles,
Baganales.
the Baganales, yeah.
Yeah, those guys. Yeah, all those pre-Christian sects that got killed, that got murdered by the church. You know.
Dude, I'm still on the mayonnaise guy, just declaring himself the helper that Jesus sent. That's wild.
Dude.
And
no,
that
Mayonnaise was about it, dude. He had that fire in him. He had that dog in him. So guys, if y'all want to let people know who you are, everyone knows me. I'm Jules from Gray Pilled. Follow me at Gray Pilled Pod on Twitter. Like I said, this is a Patreon show usually. We also do Twin Peaks watch parties on Patreon. You get a free sticker pack. We have some more stuff. Think I'm gonna have Weston Cage on, Nick Cage's son. We'll try to get him on for a Patreon exclusive. Yeah, he's actually is into a lot of the things we talk about and is open.
Oh, so is Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. So I actually,
that is crazy. I'm jealous, man. Good for you.
Well, hey, man, maybe we can get him on the show or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that would be wild. I've actually thought about trying to reach out to Nicolas Cage myself, but I was like, that fucking guy's not gonna even entertain me.
The guy built a giant pyramid to be buried in, you know. Hey, man, he knows what he's doing.
he knows he's not dying. He's put me in there for a bit.
He's a vampire. But anyway, Subliminal, you want to let everyone know where to find you?
Yeah, catch me over on Rumble, Subliminal Messenger Show, Manuel Labor on Twitter, and most recently starting a new show with Eamon Rat down here. Disagree to agree. So that's where you can find me over on Rumble.
Which was a banger of a first episode yesterday.
Yeah, second episode. Welcome to come down, man. We're going to talk about all the stuff that we love to talk about, stuff that we, cars, design, music, video games, all kinds of different things. It's a varying topics depending who comes down. And we'll be trying different things out.
Oh yeah, man. Nick, I know your audience is here, but for anyone on my channel who
Sure.
may have missed you.
Yeah, the Occult Rejects on BitChute, Rumble, YouTube, and all major podcasts. We also have the Occult Research Institute.org. And just real quick, if you don't mind me, I do want to plug too that there's these two events that for sure people will be able to come and see some of the Occult Rejects at October 18th in Charlie's Beyond Belief at the Tropical Freemason Lodge in Fort Myers. We will have booth 33 there, and yeah, it's a full day thing. It's like $10. Brooke from Dark Florida, who's part of the Occult Rejects, she will be a speaker there as well, and she will have booth 32 next to us. So it should be pretty interesting. And then October 25th to the 26th, there's this Arkansas Paranormal Expo, and that's in Little Rock, Arkansas. On the 26th, the day of the 25th, is some CSETI thing. They're going to be looking for UFOs in the sky or some shit. The next day, I'll be there for the event, actually, and there'll be a booth. And I think we might be live streaming and even podcasting from there. They kind of wanted us to try that. So those two events we will be at, and I think they're both like $10 each. So even if you don't like us and you're in the area, you can spend $10 to come in and tell us to go fuck off. So come check it out.
Hell yeah, man. And Rat,
Sounds fun.
while you're sitting,
Oh, you know it.
are you really
Good
fucking
morning,
eating
everybody.
cheese? Are you really eating cheese, dude?
What do you mean? I had
I look in the private chat. I just see
You caught him in the
eating
trap.
cheese.
I need something quick to hold me over. I didn't need anything this morning. It's insane.
Oh, he is a rat. So
No cheese. No nothing. No. Y'all. Good morning, everybody. You threw me
Morning,
off
your
here.
mom.
I'm Season of the Rat on Twitter, on Rumble. You come watch my show. I'll stream music production, and I'll also stream weird biblical New Testament history that I've been researching. And I recently started a show with Subliminal called Disagree to Agree, where I tell him all sorts of crazy stuff and he disagrees with me, but he actually agrees.
No, I don't.
Um,
That's the show.
okay.
But I also did just release an album. If you're into rock music,
Escape Saturn.
heavy rock music,
Escape Saturn.
it's Escape Saturn. The
Nice.
album is called Where We Are. Check that out.
Fuck
And everything else. This is it. That's it. Season of the Rat on Twitter. Season of the Rat on Rumble.
Yeah, and I'm glad that the Occult Rejects audience is here to experience a Gray Pilled show.
Oh yeah, that was another thing I just wanted to mention real quick. This is your Patreon, and I'm not really too big on like pushing that shit, but I actually do think this guy's shit is worth paying. It's not much, and he does a lot of shit on his Patreon, which is another reason why I'm even on here and restreaming it and recording it myself, because I do want to promote this guy's. I think it's worth checking it out. So that's why I wanted to promote what he actually does on his Patreon.
One of the best Patreons
Juice is
in the
the man.
game.
I
will
wouldn't
admit-
be putting my name on it if I didn't believe in it. So
I appreciate it, Nick. Yeah, guys, I tried
a lot,
to
actually.
make it worth y'all's while and your $2 to $5 or any whatever you want to contribute. And like I said, sticker packs, merch on the way. Lot of good shit in the works. This podcast is still young. We're in the middle of our second year, so it'll be 2 years in February. We'll be doing another anniversary show. Maybe not 9 hours this time. Last year we did a 9-hour show. Had a
12?
bunch of
You wanna go for 12?
I had Foundering on, Nephilim Death Squad, Brad Lale, bunch of people came and hung out. It was a banger. So yeah. Shouts out to all you guys watching on the Occult Rejects channel. It's good to see y'all. We kind of have a laugh every now and then on this channel. Sometimes you're not as serious.
No,
but
it's
we
fun.
do
It's definitely informational.
We do discuss things. We read these books and we kind of give our opinions and thoughts on what we find worthy of, and then we kind of connect things together. We relate certain mysteries to other schools, and it's always a good time. We always end up learning something. So and I've been doing these shows since the beginning of Gray Pilled. I had no audience. There'd be like 30 people watching across all my channels, and so I decided to take these to Patreon, and it's become what it's become. And so at first I've been having to go back and reread a lot of these books, because as you develop gnosis, you start to understand more and more. You got to go back and kind of rediscover some things. And so yeah, and we started off with Hall's work because it is some of the simpler stuff, but at the same time there is some stuff that is like fucking run-on sentences that are 2 paragraphs long, and words that we have to look up.
It's probably easier to read than other people, but it's just as deep, if not deeper. So
yes.
It's like, all right, I understood what I read, but what the fuck did that really mean?
Yeah.
So without further ado, any of you gentlemen want to start, or do y'all want me to start?
Let's pull it up. We're on chapter 3, right?
I got it.
Spinal column.
Part 3.
Yep. Chapter 3 is the spinal column. The first 2 chapters, I believe. Now, if anyone has this book, it's called The Occult Anatomy of Man, to which is added a treatise on occult masonry. And funny enough, the publishing company, Nick, is a fucking seahorse.
What was they talking about?
What were we talking about yesterday, dude?
Yeah.
The hippocampus?
Yes. The hippocampus. I always get that in the corpus callosum confused. Yep, the hippocampus looks like a seahorse.
Yeah. And I was watching House of the Dragon, and those guys, those Valerian dudes, the black guys.
People, right? I told you they have a seahorse.
Their sigil is the hippocampus. Yeah, man. It's crazy. It's crazy.
And then when you think about it, the dragon is used for the same symbol.
Absolutely.
So, like, you know what I'm saying? They're showing the same symbol for the same part of the body.
Yep. So the first chapter was the human body and symbolism. And the second chapter, if I can find it, was the 3 worlds. So we're getting kind of deeper.
Yeah, the 3 worlds.
Yeah, man. And those are all on Patreon. Like I said, I couldn't. Nephilim Death Squad was kind of they were like, man, you have a whole, what's it called? A whole catalog of I mean, let's get real, like 30 episodes. I was like, that's a lot of editing. So I don't know. We'll see, but you can find us on there. What's up, Slick?
It's like this.
Hippocampus connects. Your mom, it's good to see you here so early. Thank you for joining us. All right, let me pull this up, guys.
Well, add the seahorse part. You have to add that.
To do what?
Seahorse is water.
The next thing. Your mom's spitting.
Your mom
spitting information.
I love it. I love it when people start entertaining the body. I mean, look at how many books since I've even shown up that has brought parts of the body up, and they're occultists. Something there.
All right.
Your mom is saying seahorse is water and land. Your water and land is motions and body. In case it doesn't get pulled up. Your mom needs the credit.
He always gets his credit. All right.
Your mom needs her credit. Yeah.
I could have just opened this up and we could have known where we were earlier.
Oh, that would have helped. That would have made it easier.
Who wants to start us off?
How long do you have to read?
I volunteer.
Huh? Do you volunteer?
Volunteers
I
tribute.
volunteer. I'll do it. Yeah, I volunteer as tribute.
Cheese. Cheese bite. Take another cheese bite before you.
Real quick. I gotta let you guys know my sponsor here is Buc-ee's. Sponsored by.
The biggest one is here in Mississippi. You know that, right?
Is it the biggest one?
Yeah, here in Mississippi, down on the coast.
Well, I have to fucking go. You know, I've been to 6 different Buc-ee's now, so I need to go to the one in Mississippi. That would be number 7.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
Quite a few here, but
okay.
Shout out Buc-ee's.
Shout out Buc-ee's.
The egregoric Buc-ee's.
there's got to be something.
There's a
Thank you,
Bucky's in the
Buc-ee's.
ether, dude.
There's gotta
he
be
haunts
something about
children in
this.
their fucking dreams. Okay.
Yeah.
But- Let me derail you before you start. Have you seen the movie Branded? This movie came out in 2001 called Branded, about exactly egregores that what we're talking about, brands turning into egregores that fight each other.
What happened to the fucking shit? Is this happening again?
I'm
Oh my
disabling
gosh,
the
I'm gonna
stream
pull
with my words.
I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up.
Eamon,
It didn't.
you do
It did. It stopped messing up once.
It was so boring. It
The
made no
globalists are
money,
attacking my computer. Sorry.
and they got rid of it off the internet. So I'm trying to find a copy of it. It's like going to be like in French or something, or Slavic or something now.
All right, Rat, you got it.
Yeah.
These shows usually run a lot smoother, guys. Email the
Usually.
Patreon.
Eat more cheese, Rat.
Yeah, you need more.
I've eaten the cheese. All right, it's done. I ate the cheese. All
open up another cube of cheese.
right, I'm presenting. If you just pull it up,
Oh, that's me.
that's you, Jules.
I was busy.
I'll go buy
We're
some
working.
beans. I'll
We're
be back
working
with
on
some
it.
beans.
We're getting there. It's still
Okay.
early in the morning. All right, the spinal column, connecting the two worlds, heaven above and the sphere of darkness below, is the spinal column.
What is wrong with you?
Breathe.
It's sorry. He's just getting into it.
Subliminal,
First
turn your
line,
camera off.
Oh my
some-
God.
Take this serious, gentlemen.
Yeah, connecting the two worlds, heaven above and the sphere of darkness below, is the spinal column, a chain of 33 segments protecting within them the spinal cord. This ladder of bones plays a very important part in the religious symbolism of the ancients. It is often referred to as a winding road or stairway. Sometimes it is called the serpent, at other times the wand or scepter.
So the stairway
The
to heaven,
Hindus.
right?
Yeah, the stairway to
So
heaven.
is that song just about like the ascension up the spinal cord? I don't know. I'm gonna have to go read those
Interesting.
lyrics.
Yeah, I think that's needed.
Yeah. Yeah. There's that's a topic that a lot of people, you find a lot of people arguing about the whole 33 with the years that Christ lived, and then that being symbolic to our vertebrae.
Yeah.
But I mean it's right there in front of us, I mean.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you, Rat.
No, you're good.
You know,
The
it's interesting.
Hindus.
What I was going to say is actually in the next paragraph. I just read ahead. It's pretty interesting.
Oh, well, don't cheat, Nick. You're spoilers. The Hindus teach that there are 3 distinct canals or tubes in the spinal system. They call them Ida, Pingala, and Sushumna. I hope that's right. These tubes connect the lower generative centers of the body with the brain. The Greeks symbolized them by the caduceus, or winged staff of Hermes. This consisted of a long rod, the central sushumna, which ended in a knob or ball, the pons of the medulla oblongata. On each side of this knob are wings arched over, used to represent the 2 lobes of the cerebrum. Up this staff and twisted around it wind 2 serpents, one black and the other white. These represents the Ida and Pingala.
It's pretty crazy. Yeah, because I was going to say I have seen I think it was a chakra book that I had, Wheels of Time. They kind of show what it looks like, the way that they like believe that the chakras like spin and everything, and it would kind of like spin almost like DNA going up if you were doing it right, I guess.
Hey, I think someone's phone is
Yeah,
hitting.
I hear that feedback, right?
Yeah.
It's not me.
I have to throw mine across the room half the time.
Is that it?
Yeah, it's not.
Oh, it was me.
It was you?
It was me that time.
Yeah, man.
My bad. I
You're
didn't
good.
realize.
I'm glad I said something.
Okay. The ancient Hindus have a legend concerning the goddess Kundalini, in which it is said that she descended by means of a ladder or cord from heaven to a little island floating in the Great Sea. Connecting this with embryology, it is evident that the ladder or cord represents the umbilical cord, while the little island is the solar plexus. When the ladder is cut away from heaven, the goddess flees in terror to a cave, the sacral plexus, where she hides far from the sight of men. Like Amaterasu, the Japanese goddess of the shining lace, she must be lured from her cave. For while she is there and refuses to come forth, the world is in darkness. Kundalini is a Sanskrit word meaning a serpentine or twisting gas or force. This force, so the Eastern sages claim, can be drawn up through the central spinal canal, the Sushumna. When this essence strikes the brain, it opens the center of spiritual consciousness and inner perception, bringing with it spiritual illumination. The system of culture whereby this is made possible is the most secret teaching of the Eastern saints, for they realize that this spiral twisting force is not only illuminating, but, like the serpent, which is its symbol, also a deadly poison. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
interesting.
that is the Kundalini, right? That is what the focus is in yoga, right? It's to bring that energy up to your brain.
Spiral energy, yeah. Up.
Yeah. Unfortunately, most of the soccer moms that do yoga know nothing about that, right? So they're led into this, this path of the unknown.
I can't imagine a worse fate for someone than just being like a soccer mom
and connecting with some entity through doing yoga.
Doing yoga and suddenly being opened up to the entirety of the spiritual realm, and
you're just like, I
have
to pick my kids up in an hour. What the fuck?
Well,
there's this 5-headed fucking fox talking to me, and like whatever you have. I love how Hall brings up like these, like the Japanese goddess of the shining lace. Like, who else would be talking about this Japanese goddess? Like he does this with a lot of like these other cultures. I love it.
And he just does it so passingly, but like just so, like a passing thought, like, oh yeah, Kundalini has this whole thing, and much like the Japanese Amaterasu.
And it's almost like you can hear him saying it, like he would just be like, almost like, like just telling you. Like, he wouldn't even be having to read this off of paper or anything. He just knows it.
Real quick, the importance though with this yoga thing, like a snake, venom, it could also used to make antidote. With the yoga, the yoga teacher is supposed to be the guide, the master, the shaman through this experience, because he's raising their vibrations and going through the chakra system with them, and he doesn't teach them that stuff. And if he doesn't take care of it, he's just giving them the poison of it. He's not giving them the medicine of it. So depending on the teacher of this stuff, it could lead you only on the left-hand path or only on the right-hand path. And if they're not aware of it, then that's where you have the crisis that these soccer moms are experiencing.
I like what Lisa's saying right here. Okay.
Vagus nerve connects to the brain, gut axis, and bidirectional columns. Vagus is the metaphorical umbilical cord.
Umbilical cord, yeah, like they were saying.
This stuff is probably right up her alley, actually, because she's
mouth to your booty.
Shout out, Lisa.
Nice.
All
right. Continuing on, smatterings of Eastern occultism are coming all the time into the Western world, but we are sorry to say they are bringing with them endless suffering and sorrow. For these great truths in the hands of individuals incapable of rightly understanding or applying them destroy intelligence and reason. Much like we were talking about the soccer mom. Geez, I can't imagine a worse possible thing for someone to be exposed to the great eternal while just getting ready to pick up their children from school.
Right. Unless it's someone like my wife. I don't know. To each his own. I mean, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know how. I mean, okay, so here's the thing. My stepmom was a yoga teacher. So I grew up with a hatred for this, whatever you want to call it.
Practice.
Yeah, this
Tantra
practice.
system.
She would make me stare in a candle when I was like 11, and I had like ADD, and I'm just like, I can't stare in this fucking candle. You know what I mean? Which I'm sure I could
Candle
have.
magic.
If I was raised in a different society, maybe in a different time, it would have been different, right? But
Fire pit.
But me being a little ADD fucking kid, you know, who loved rap music and getting into trouble, I didn't want to sit there and do that. And so I grew up with this understanding for it. And like, I don't know, not everyone who does yoga is a good person, right? So
Of course.
you're going to find, so
I
when
would've
you're a
suggested,
kid and you see all these people doing yoga and you're like, it turns you off, right? Learning about it later in life, you know, there's theories that yoga is like a muscle, right? A muscle in the brain as well. Like it's something that helps you connect, like what we were saying, connecting with your higher self or whatever. So learning about it now, of course, it's a lot more interesting.
It makes your body the antenna, not just your mind. Your body turns into the symbol that connects you to the divine.
But you would think that people practicing yoga would be, you know, ascending, or it wasn't the case with my stepmom. I'm not going to get into that, but wasn't the case at all. So
I don't practice yoga. I wouldn't know.
I don't know what
theory.
kind of yoga she was doing, but it was not assisting her in a positive way. Let's just say that.
Mm-hmm. I would have suggested having you go out in the
Childhood trauma. Yeah.
and chopping down one tree that is important to you, and then kindling that and staring into that fire.
Holy shit, man! Where were you when I was 11? I would have done that immediately.
Playing Nintendo.
Chop down a tree, dude. Yeah, things children just, you know, can't get a grasp on, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll stop interrupting. I'll stop.
No, let's continue on. Along the spine are a number of nerve ganglia and plexuses. All of these have their place in religious symbolism. For example, we are told that the early Jews called the sacral plexus and the sacrococcygeal ganglion the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah. There is a small plexus in the region of the kidneys called the sagittorial plexus, which the ancients knew as the city of Tarsus, where St. Paul fought with the beasts. Higher occultism teaches that the lotus blossoms, nerve centers on the spine, are reflections or negative poles bearing witness of 7 great positive centers of consciousness located in the brain. These 7 function through the centers on the spine in approximately the same way that the 7 spirits before the throne function through the planetary bodies. The disciple is warned not to work with the centers upon the spine, but to labor instead with their true rulers, the centers in the brain. Interesting.
It was just connecting to the true centers. Yeah, we talked about what was it? The lotus representing the rod that budded, the wand of the Magi. Was it Aaron's
scepter, right?
Yeah,
Aaron's rod.
Aaron's rod. Yeah, we made some inside jokes on that, on Aaron's rod.
There's so much to go off of.
There is.
Aaron had a nice rod.
I know you like to get back onto Aaron's rod.
Listen.
No, not
Call me back, Aaron. Call me back, Aaron. I miss you.
No, but Nick.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
I was like reading the shit with the brain.
So where's where's the solar plexus located?
It's right right below the sternum, right? Am I wrong there?
It had me wondering, like, we're talking about all like these nerves, like they were saying in chat before. You know, in the OTO, there's a time during the Gnostic Mass where the priest will cut his waist and then along his heart. And I always thought that like it meant something like physically too. And I think Lisa had said in chat that the vagus nerve connects to both. So I'm wondering if like, you know, that's even something to do with what's being told about in here, whether it's symbolizing that. I don't know, I'm stuck on I got lost in that just now.
I think that's kind of where they place
Cutting
the
them back.
KGs as well on the body.
Yeah.
Make they get a good signal across.
And I just started thinking about the brain, and like I was wondering if like Janus is gonna come up at all as like symbolism. Because sometimes
Hemispheres.
The three-headed god. Or,
no, the two-headed.
Two-headed.
Sometimes though, I think this was a little bit more probably a better way to depict it. Sometimes it's a male and a female, because the brain, when it first gets formed, it is actually female, and then the male kind of
develops.
Yeah, it develops.
Okay, and that
So you
makes
have
the
the
two parts
female
of
and
the
the
brain.
male, and then sometimes when they have the female and the male, a lot of times there's a horn in between their ears. And that's normally to represent Amon's horn. And that's like kind of like they're like it's kind of actually like where the horn is, if you were to picture that like on a person's brain, and it's the only part of the brain that is like the cell structure is triangular instead
Really?
of hexagonal like everything
So is
else.
that's what being shown when like Moses?
Sometimes I think when they go
being
like that.
depicted with horns.
Yeah, I have wondered about that.
Okay.
Yes.
All right,
Amon's horn.
because I'm convinced Moses was an alchemist, but
Oh, you know, that's another thing. Like, depending on what type of magic you're into, people actually believe Moses was a magician, and they actually there's ritual books out to Moses' work.
well, he did
Well,
hold
he-
the caduceus up in the desert, right?
Yeah.
It's
And
not
you know
just
what that
that.
represents.
Yeah, well, it's not just that. He spent 90 years of his life in the Egyptian upper
In the mystery,
mystery schools.
basically.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he spent his entire life growing up as an upper class,
with the pharaoh.
very wealthy, very well off Egyptian. And as far as we know, I mean, everyone knows that the home of all mystery schools is really takes place in Egypt.
Yeah. I mean, I'm reading some of these comments. I'm loving it.
Yeah. Talking about sorry, your mom.
It's
All
getting
right,
ahead
all
'cause
right.
you guys keep
No.
fucking around talking about rods.
I know you weren't. I was actually like lost trying to read ahead. I was like, wait, they're getting
The rod connects to the brain, though. And let's
The
big
rod
head and
connects to
little
the
head.
brain.
We
big
have to
head.
get
Why
to
do you
the
think it's
rod.
called given brain? I mean,
Oh, this rat.
brain.
Ooh.
the flower of life can be deep coded into
I
poetry.
should be
in
reading it.
present
Sorry.
ways.
Select this, dude.
Find subliminal instructions in holy text all the time. The imprint, seed, tree, then flower of life, and psychic substrate. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
I hate this camera. Why does it keep going out of focus? There we go. Okay, let's continue on.
It's better
The
than
wanderings of the
the
one. Can you stop? Can you get a? Can you
I'm gonna mute
stop it,
myself.
Jules? The wanderings of the children of Israel in the wilderness, the pilgrimage of the Mohammedan to Mecca, the endless pilgrimages of Hindu holy men who spend their lives going from one shrine to another, represent the pilgrimage of the spirit fire, Kundalini, through the nerve centers along the spine. By certain specifications, force is turned into these centers one after another until, when we see clairvoyantly, they are great flower-like areas from which rays stream like petals. Each of these lotus blossoms has a different number of petals according to the number of nerves which branch out from it. We were just talking about the lotus flower, yeah. It is said that the Logos, when the time came to create the material universe, entered a state of deep meditation, centralizing his thought power upon the 7 flower-like centers of the 7 worlds. Gradually, his life force descended from the brain, which is the great superior world, and striking those flowers one after the other, gave, I imagine, birth to the lower worlds. There's a lot of typos in this document. I like how he says it's just, it is said, by the way, it is said, everyone knows that the logos, went into deep meditation to create the material world. Like, okay,
Source, trust, it is said.
it is said. Everyone says it. You said it.
Everybody knows.
You said it. I've said it. We've all said it. When at last his spirit fire struck the lowest center, the physical world was created, and his fire was at the base of the spine. When the world returns to him again, and he once more becomes supreme in consciousness, it will be because he withdraws the life from these 7 centers, beginning with the lowest and returns it again to the brain. Thus, the path of evolution for all living things is to raise this fire, whose descent made their manifestation in these lower worlds possible, and whose raising brings them into harmony once more with the superior worlds.
So to achieve the spiritual, you have to destroy the physical.
Yeah, I think so. I think
Actually,
we all came down
subdue it.
from heaven, from the heaven of logos, down to the physical of logos, and once this is all said and done, we will go back up to the heaven of logos. It'll all be destroyed and it'll all return to the top. I think the energy, I think that is just like a simple like metaphor for how our body operates. We send signal from the brain to the base of the spinal column to do whatever it is we're doing, and then that signal goes back up to the brain, kind of like to tell us exactly, oh, it worked, right? The brain is like, legs move. Leg moves, the signal goes back up saying, yeah, legs moved.
We know mode.
You're describing a neuron.
He was a Rosicrucian.
Yeah.
Axions, neurons. You're describing that, and they have different portions of neurons that connect and confirm a signal and send out a signal, like what you're saying.
Yeah.
Microcosm.
Pretty much.
It has to work.
And much like it's being described here, it's like the logos works the exact same way we work, which it starts in the brain, goes down to the physical, and then after it's done in the physical, doing whatever it has to do, it'll go back to the brain. All right. And that was where. Right. This myth of the life force that came down and took upon itself worlds is found among all the civilized nations of the earth. This is the Rama Bif, who built the Masonic temple, the bodies, and was then slain by the 3 vehicles which he formed. This is likewise the Christ, slain for the sins of the world. Because of the fact that this spinal fire is a twisting serpentine force, the snake has been used in all parts of the world to represent the world's saviors. The uricus worn by the Egyptian priests upon their foreheads was symbolic of Kundalini, the sacred cobra who, when she was raised in the wilderness, saved all who gazed upon her. Moses and the brazen serpent. As the brain is the center of the divine world, so the solar plexus is the center of the human world. For representing semi-consciousness, it links the unconsciousness below with the consciousness above. Man is not only capable of thinking with his brain, he is capable of a certain phase of thought through the nerve centers of the solar plexus. I always think of that as like going with your gut, the gut instinct, the gut feeling. It's right there in that center of the body. You know, that's like where the real decisions are being made by people, like I could think all I want, but it's really the gut that pushes me to do stuff.
Your microbiome sending signals to your brain.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you have bad microbiome, yeah, like that sends bad signals, dude. I actually dealt with that, had to do a cleanse of it. And people who drink a lot of beer deal with that as well. And it I used to be an addict, dude, you know.
Slows down digestion, and that like messes with your vagus system.
Slows down everything. Your brain, your brain development, everything. Let's see.
All right. Anyone want to take over here?
I'll take the next one.
Is in the center.
So I'll take the next one if you guys don't mind.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, as the brain is in the center of the divine world, right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
As the brain is the center.
All right. As the brain is the center of the divine world, so the solar plexus is the center of the human world. For representing semi-consciousness, it links the consciousness below with the consciousness above.
Oh,
Man
sorry.
is not-
We're on the next one.
I think we're on the next one, right? That it will probably
Yeah.
be wise at this point to describe the difference between a medium and a clairvoyant. To the average person, there is no difference. But to the mystic, these two phases of spiritual sight are separated by the entire span of human evolution. A clairvoyant is one who has raised the spinal serpent into the brain, and by his growth earned the right of perceiving the invisible worlds with the aid of the third eye, or pineal gland. The organ of consciousness which millions of years ago connected man with the invisible worlds. Closed during the Lemurian period when the objective senses began to develop. The occultist, however, by the process of development hinted at above, may reopen his third eye by means of it explore the invisible worlds. Clairvoyants are not born, they are made. Mediums are not made, they are born. The clairvoyant has become such the clairvoyant can become such only after years, sometimes lives of self-preparation. On the other hand, the medium, by sitting in a darkened room or by other similar practices, may secure results in a few days. Maybe staring at a candle.
Staring at a candle.
That is
Staring at a
interesting.
candle. That's how you make a medium.
Maybe they were trying to make you a medium.
Maybe she was. Maybe she was trying to do some weird energy transfer with me. I don't know.
If she was into yoga and she was not a
Trying
good
to suck
person,
the life force out of me.
maybe she was trying to
To see what
maybe
you
she
saw in
was
the
trying to
fire.
do some weird dark magic with you. Like, but she was doing some weird candle magic on you.
But Jules is
Joke's
not a
on her.
medium.
I was
He's a
I was
clairvoyant.
already listening to Merciful Fate.
Oh shit!
Joke's
Yo,
on her.
Merciful Fate.
Yeah,
You know,
dude.
King Diamond is?
Dude,
Oh.
fuck yeah, dude. When I was
Oh, yeah, King
real
Diamond.
young, I started listening to like a lot of Memphis rap and a lot of like black metal and death metal. I had a very dark teenage.
I was big into King Diamond and Merciful Fate for a minute.
I used to play in metal bands and hardcore bands and stuff. So,
I played the guitar for a bit too. Yeah.
yeah, I played drums.
I always
I
wanted
played in a
to.
while. I didn't play.
I tried. I was in a hardcore band for a while.
What kind of hardcore?
I was
like super fast power violence hardcore?
It was
or
supposed to be. It was
like
no. It was supposed to
post-hardcore?
be a hardcore. It was supposed to be a hardcore band. I started working with them, and it was hardcore for like a minute, and then the guitarist I was working with, he was like, "I can't sing, so we're gonna hire a singer." Singer came on and immediately turned it into a pop punk band. I could fucking.
Oh no.
It was like
Oh,
It's not 2008 anymore. You can't be in a pop punk band.
it was a punk core band or something like that.
Oh,
you know,
God,
like pop.
punk
Yeah,
core.
yeah, something
Dude.
like that. Yeah, like.
We would play shows at churches and the room afterwards would just be decimated, dude. Like all our boys would just be like hanging from the ceiling, like fucking like head walking on women. It was kind of like, I don't know.
Black metal
weird.
mass.
Yeah, it was weird, dude. Like a Viking mass or something. Like of a bunch of like metal shows and hardcore shows are very different in that like the dancing styles, like the moshing styles, like
Yeah,
the mosh
yeah.
at a metal show is just like pushing. Mosh at a hardcore show is like violent dancing.
Yeah.
It's very, very different. It's very weird. But if you grew up in a hardcore scene, if y'all people know what I'm talking about.
I got a
yeah,
tooth
you
kicked
can
out
get
of my.
the fuck out
I
of
got
you
a
at a
tooth
show.
kicked out at a hardcore show.
Yeah, a first or second show I went to, I got one of my teeth knocked out. I was so young. I think I mean, dude, I had fucking it was bad. Then I started playing in a band when I was 13, and I became one of the cool guys. So
The great part about being in the band is that you're not in danger.
well,
of
no,
the dance.
in the good dude, we'd play at the tattoo shop when I was like 13, 14. You know, nobody under 18 was allowed in. You know, but we were playing. You know, so we were able to like hang out, and drink kegs and shit, and fucking. My dad was there, like hanging out with us. Fucking crazy, dude. Good times. You got to find your own way in Mississippi, or you will just be a farmer.
Yeah.
Or I love living in the country. Don't get me wrong, but I grew up doing theater and playing in bands. I was in the school band. Anyway, what the fuck just happened? Did we just went on a huge tangent to my life, all because of me talking about my stepmom making me stare into a fucking candle after school, after a long day at school, at 11 years old.
Stare into the candle, find out if you're a medium. That's it.
Now, what do you think that means for birthdays and blowing out a candle for your birthday when they turn off the
Oh,
lights?
My wife's not doing the birthday thing anymore because she says she wants to look the same age. She's not going to do the birthday ritual.
Because you're acknowledging that your time is...
Well, I'm pretty sure it's a Asterian ritual, right? Like it's Ishtar worship in a way, right?
I don't know, but this is why I don't get invited to birthday
Which would just be
parties.
like feminine archetype, right? Or I mean, if you look at Inanna Ishtar as an entity or whatever, so I believe that exists too, as well as the archetype. But that getting off on another tangent there. Let's continue reading Subliminal. Right. Take it away. I'm going to mute myself again.
Let's go. The medium uses the solar plexus as a mirror, and upon it, it's like the Teletubbies. Upon its sensitive nerves are reflected pictures recorded in the invisible ethers. Through the spleen, which is I can do it by myself, which is gateway to the etheric body, the medium permits decarnate intelligence to come into his spiritual constitution. The result being voices and other spirit manifestation. Automatic writing is gained by permitting the etheric arm of an outside intelligence to control temporarily the physical arm of the medium. This is not possible until the medium removes his own etheric double from the arm, for two things cannot occupy the same place at the same time. The process of periodically separating the life forces from the physical arm is very dangerous, often resulting in paralysis. Mediumship is unnatural to man, while clairvoyance is the natural result of growth and the unfolding of spiritual nature. There are 100 mediums to one clairvoyant, for their clairvoyant can become such only through self-mastery and the exertion of tremendous power. While the weaker and more sickly and more nervous an individual is, the better medium he makes. Their clairvoyant is unfolding his mind by filling it with useful knowledge, while the first instruction given the would-be mediums is make your mind blank.
Two different ways to exceed beyond the physical.
I've been wanting to say this for a long time.
Thanks, your mom.
I've been wanting to say this for a long time. What do you think happens to people like in comas or something, experiencing seizures? Like their consciousness is maybe detaching from them, and this is maybe happening to them, something like this. The mediumship, their body's not in control. They're in the mind awake, body asleep permanently, like all the time.
Like a forced mediumship?
Something like that. You're forced in a medically induced coma with medication. You're just sitting there, and your mind is going to wander. So I wonder what that means to that. I don't know. I have to think about it more.
Yeah.
What about anesthesia?
What happens during anesthesia? Yeah, people having out of body experiences.
It's like that shit like throws you out on the abyss and holds you there.
Dude, last time I went to the dentist to get something done, they gave me ketamine, and
oh fuck,
I was in some other place like watching The Sopranos. It was fucking weird.
You're in the Black Lodge watching.
David Lynch is playing for it.
Yeah.
Fuck, wow.
I hope I was in the White Lodge. No, yeah, I think I may have been. I don't know, dude. It was like Sopranos, The Wire, and it's like side by side. I was weird. But it was because I was watching those shows at the time. And so I don't know what it did to me. But I woke up out of my, ketamine induced coma to tell the nurse that she should watch The Sopranos and it's the best show in the world. And then I go, "Have you seen The Wire?"
Forget about it.
She's gonna go home and watch The Wire and be like,
He changed that woman's life.
"Oh God, oh Doc,
Prometheus lens.
good to see you, bud.
Backdrop of the 90s.
What's up?
I got to get you back on soon, fella. We'll make it happen."
All right.
All right, we'll keep going.
All right. Are you still going, or am I
Yeah,
going?
yes.
What's
Let
up?
me,
Yeah,
I
no,
can take
get-
the next one. You want to take the next one? This is a long one.
Take over, Jules. If Jules is reading
I
it,
can go.
No,
What is
Nick,
Reason
Nick,
Medium?
Nick, yeah.
Nick, go
The
because
Reason
Nick
Mediumship.
never read.
Yeah.
On here before.
That's the right spot, right? The reason mediumship.
Yeah, the reason mediumship. Yeah.
The reason mediumship through the solar plexus is a retrogression may be summed up as follows. The group spirits who control the destinies of the animal kingdoms govern then charges through pictures thrown against the solar plexus. The animal has no self-conscious mind. As a result, instead of thinking with its own brain, it thinks with the brain of the group spirit to whom it's attached by invisible magnetic cords. That's interesting. These cords convey that. There's been plenty of times like cord cutting, or like that even happened to me in an OTO ritual where they cut the cord.
Someone cut your silver cord?
It was I might actually still have it. It was like a white rope. Yeah.
Dude, what the fuck? Yeah, no. So apparently, through some people experiencing astral projection, they've seen the universe or the world as like having all these spider webs going through it, like all these cords, like, you know, intersecting and or what was it?
Well, like
Sounds like the fates, like the Greek fates, have silver cords that they.
Yeah.
Slice.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
then there's the Native American prophecy where they prophesized the fucking spider webs. I think that's just a telephone.
There's also
Anansi, spider god Anansi. That's like an African,
yeah.
African thing, maybe.
There's I'm remembering an old episode of I'm blanking on the show, but they had this dude on who talked about how he killed Anton LaVey by slicing his silver cord, and he wasn't able to enter back into his body.
I heard that episode. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Forget what the show is. It's popular when it's cryptid.
Was it on the
Tim.
confessionals?
The confessionals, yeah. It was
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
confessionals.
I remember that show. That one episode. That was interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Now think about Hercules, you know, where the Hades is having his witch try to cut the silver cord of Hercules, but she
Mhm.
can't. It breaks her scissors.
Yeah, it's too
'cause
strong.
It's too strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
It's very
Because
interesting.
I always considered Hercules like an extension of another god, but coming down in flesh form. Like that's
Yeah.
even how it made it. That's how they made it look like even in Thor: Love and Thunder.
Well,
and Hercules
the
down to man, and it's like that's just his form in the flesh. For that god.
the labors of Hercules, yeah, it's very similar to the Epic of Gilgamesh, right? With what he had to go through to try to achieve immortality, right?
Yeah, it was probably back the hero's journey. He's basically connecting with the source that he was probably connected to.
I don't think Hercules had an Enkidu guy to walk around with him.
Yeah, the little goat, the satyr.
Oh, we did have the satyr.
Mhm.
What was his name? Phil?
Danny DeVito.
Yeah. Danny DeVito.
Yeah, dude.
They Roger the Rabbited him into the cartoon. That's just how he looks.
Phil. Yeah, that was his name in real life too. Phil. It's like Heracles and his satyr, Phil. Phil.
But he famously trained all the Greek heroes like Achilles and stuff, like not just Hercules.
Achilles, dude.
Yeah, he trained a lot of them.
Fucking it's so crazy whenever, like, I think that's why they do that with these actors too. Like, now when a lot of people think of Achilles, I mean, if you don't think of your heel, that's what I automatically think of, but they think of Brad Pitt, right? So now he has this, like this Achilles archetype attached to him. Like, was that intentional? Did he do that? Like, is that done intentionally through like film? I don't know, to like
capture the archetype. I said it with media.
Spirit, like these other people's spirits from some kind of realm or Black Lodge per se, where these actors go to, when they make this deal, when they sell, quote unquote, sell their soul, they make this deal with Hollywood or you know, whatever. They go to some place where they can be accessed through some of these rituals. I don't know.
The casting agency,
the theory I have.
Casting agency locks in an archetype for the decade, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, dude. Yeah. Achilles from the video game Trojan. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure some people have a different depiction of him, but you know, Troy came out when I was a teenager. So
I got that scene of him stabbing the dude in the neck.
It's such a good fucking movie. I've been watching it with my son. We watched Braveheart, The Patriot, and
Troy
Gladiator. We're watching Troy next.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. In case you know, we ever have to protect our home or anything, my son's gonna know how to access.
And watch Rambo. That last Rambo is pretty good.
His warrior spirit, you know. You know, just learning about our ancestors or whatever. I don't know. Another tangent. Here we go.
Oh, that's great. Necrochemical just said something that I resonate with entirely. Every time I hear Hercules, I think of the Nutty Professor kid.
Damn. See, they do that though.
They do that.
It's like they rebrand them through these actors now, because these people think they're gods, right? I mean, they are worshipped as gods. Hell, I mean,
much like
celebrities are worshipped as. I mean,
well, much like we got all this at the time, much like we got all the stories through myths and legends. Like that was the entertainment, like sharing stories of myths and legends. That was what they did by the fireside. Now the myths and legends we get are on the big screen. And it's the same stories because it's always been the same stories, but we're just getting those myths rebranded in a way that is.
But now they're starting to make Vikings black and vice versa, you know, which is entertainment. I get it, but to do that to history, I mean, it confuses people. Let's be honest, right? Yeah. You are subverting history.
All right. Sorry. Go ahead, Nick.
Sorry, Nick.
Sure. No problem.
We completely interrupted you. I'm going to mute myself.
Having no will of its own, the animal is incapable of combating these urges and consequently obeys them implicitly. Man governs himself through the cerebrospinal nervous system because he has developed individuality, and the sympathetic system no longer rules him. Opening himself to impulses through the solar plexus area, the medium is thwarting his own growth by preventing the cerebrospinal nervous system from controlling his destiny. Man has always liked to lean on external things. Very true. He hates to face each problem and solve it with the brain God gave him. He consequently leans on the invisible worlds, asking them to help him to accomplish the labors which he should do by his own efforts. Thousands of people must carry the karmic responsibilities of the medium, for many follow this calling because hundreds of people want to talk to deceased relatives or get inside tips on the stock exchange. Those who by their patronage encourage things of which they do not themselves approve of are personally responsible for the injury which their selfishness has thus permitted other persons to inflict upon themselves.
Wow.
Which is, you know, black magic, right?
It's pretty deep, right? Yeah.
I
like that he said that.
Yeah, no, he brings that up a lot in his books.
I've noticed that since I've just been on the show with you.
It's very clear that Hall took the right-hand path.
There's a lot of times he throws
it's
little
very
things in there
clear.
about black magic or scam artists.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
he talks about it a lot.
Who's
And
impressed?
you know, and my wife has commented before, like he has a very dark energy to him. His first wife killed herself, and it's like, yeah, but I mean, when you know, dive into these and you make this your life to put, I mean, he put this out so normal, everyday guys like me can, you know, learn about this stuff if they want to, right? And
Yeah.
so, I mean, that's doing a justice right there. But I mean, you're gonna lose things, right? If you dedicate your life to this field of occult science or whatever you want to call it, you know, it's going to come with some sacrifices.
Yeah, the abyss stares back.
Yeah.
Stare at it long enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you keep staring, it'll keep staring back and you'll have a
I think
staring.
we need to make a
contest.
positive version of that. Like heaven touches you, something like that. Like,
Well, I think
look at God and he looks at
enough
you,
of
something like
staring
that.
into the abyss, do you begin to stare into something else? Or does it begin to transmute into from an abyss into a heaven? Right?
Yeah, we got to figure out a language wise how to add that to it,
Absolutely.
or make another phrase, because stare into the abyss is very negative connotations unless you really know what that means.
I mean, well, that's why they did that with all this conspiracy stuff. You know, you stare into the abyss, it stares back. A black pill, you know, all these words and all, you know, it's all to make people fearful, right?
Everything was saying,
it's just another fear tactic.
With saying looking at God and he looks at you, eventually it's like God's gonna look at you, like really look at you. Like that's also eventually you get to that point with that phrase. So I think that works.
That's even like an experience in Chokmah for the second sphere on the Kabbalah trees, coming face to face with God. And it's not supposed to be a negative thing. That's something that happens as you go up the tree.
Well, we come from the abyss, right?
Yeah, that's how it's looked at.
We come from the void or
the
blackness, right? Because Hall does talk about how, you know, black, there's two different types of black, right?
That's even through my experiences, I say how there's black and then there's black.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, to call one of the blacks inherently evil does it injustice that the other black is, you know, done with intention for evil, right?
Kind of, yeah. You can see that, yeah.
He gets turned by man. Yeah, I think we saw that or we read that in one of the books.
I think a treatise on natural occultism.
Yeah, man turns it a different shade of black. It turns it into dark magic because of their desires or pursuits with it, of like the prima materia.
Yeah.
Yep, Donald, you're right. Focus and intention. Nobody understands it, man. Even I sometimes forget about intention, right? You get so caught up in the moment or your emotions at the present time that you forget the things that you've learned, right? Like that's one of the hardest things about this information, man, is like putting it into action, you know, in your everyday life of going to work and you know, trying to be a good father and a good husband and trying to pay your taxes and do all that shit. You know, you get caught up with shit. You can't focus on this.
Yeah.
And if you stare into the abyss long enough, yeah.
You just got to clap back. I mean, you got to clap back at the abyss. You can't just let it get away with all you gay. You go right back and say,
abyss me with that gay shit.
Yeah. Clap back.
You go back and you say it takes one to know one.
I know you are, but what do I?
Yeah. I'm right. You're glue.
To the abyss?
To the abyss. Yeah. Call the abyss a homo.
Abyss me with that gay shit.
Yeah.
I stare into the
We can't
abyss.
do that. That's why we got to put this on Patreon. We can't say that stuff.
Yeah. And this is what you're getting when you join the Gray Pilled Podcast Patreon. These exclusive episodes where we get to call the abyss a homo and slap it across its face. This is what happens here.
You
on the
whore.
Gray Pilled
White glove.
How hard did you
Patreon.
slap it though? Was it like?
Oh,
Well,
man.
you can only slap it as hard as you can with the limp wrist that you have. So I mean, do what
It's
you
calling you.
do
I'm
what
not
you're
gay
able.
though. I ain't gay no more.
No.
I am delivered.
I have been delivered.
I have been delivered. I don't like men no more.
Oh, women. I like women.
Oh man, that guy is still so gay. He's
He
still
stares
gay.
into
He
some
sucked the
abyss.
cock 30 minutes later after that.
You know he did.
We gotta get him on the
You
show.
know he did, man. Sorry,
he
guys,
did.
I'm acting up.
Oh boy.
Good morning. Sunday.
Good
Yeah.
morning.
All right.
All right.
Sunday
So
morning.
we'll get back to the book. The difference, therefore, between mediumship and clairvoyance is about half the length of the spinal column. It is the difference between negative and positive. It is the difference between the midnight of the seance room and the noonday of the temple.
Interesting.
All of the organs within the body of man have their religious significance. The heart with its chambers is itself a temple standing upon the mountain of the diaphragm. The spleen with its little umbrella-shaped body collects the sun's rays and has charge of the etheric body. It is the etheric body coiled within the spleen that injects the white blood corpuscle, whatever, I'm fucking that up, into the circulatory system. That's interesting.
Very interesting.
Hmm.
I like what
You should wonder about like umbrella symbolism.
Yeah, I got an umbrella tattooed on my arm.
We know the human
Umbrella
body.
Corporation. The Umbrella
Yeah.
Corporation. Yeah. Resident Evil. Come on.
Yeah.
Body collects the sun rays and has charge of the body. Interesting. Got to run the spleen through Gematrix. We know that the human body has been the inspiration for nearly all mechanical contrivances. Yeah. Hinges are copied from lie human body. Likewise, die ball and socket joint. We are told that the first plumbing was reproduced from the I'm fucking up.
Arterial.
It's okay.
Arterial and the venous circulatory system. Hundreds of machines and implements have been inspired by the subtle working on our own vehicles. For the human body is the most marvelously constructed machine that the human mind can study. Yeah, that's true. Like with Robert Flood,
I'm starting to see that.
I think Robert Flood kind of gave us like the basics of the way the blood flows. Like even an alchemist is like known for kind of giving us the idea of how that works. The close relationship between the generative system below and the brain above the brain is a positive generating system, is of course due to the spine connecting them. At a certain time, a number of little doors which now separate the brain from the generative system are opened, and the Shushana becomes an open tunnel. Yeah, Shushuna becomes an open tunnel so that every impulse is carried immediately to both ends of the body. It is for this reason that the candidate assumes the vows of celibacy, for the close connection existing in the advanced disciple between the brain and the reproductive system necessitates an absolute conservation of all life energies. The tonsils are directly connected, interesting because they do talk about silence, are connected with the generative system. In fact, they are part of its positive pole in the brain. The customs of vaccinating healthy children are cutting out normal tonsils on general principles should be reconsidered. Most tonsils are infected. Yeah. Most tonsils are infected as the result of the child eating too many sweets during the first years of life. The moral is don't cut out the tonsils, cut out the sweets.
Fucking Hall giving good fucking parenting advice. Let's go.
Fuck sugar.
Wait, did he have kids?
I don't know. Did he? Did Hall have kids?
Let's shit all over him because he didn't have any kids.
I had
He's
him
that
all
bad.
over the place.
I'm just playing.
Didn't claim them. Many parents are responsible for the illness of their children. Through either ignorance or indulgence, they allow the infantile consciousness
Dude
As
was
yet-
childless, by the way. Dude was completely childless.
We can't get his kids on the show.
As yet,
I'll get him on.
his kids on. As yet uncontrolled by its higher vehicles to destroy itself before life fairly begins. When children are sick during the early years of life, the physician will often find the cause of the ailment in the parent, and the father or mother, not the child, should be dosed with pills. That's fucking crazy.
Hold on. Hold on.
This is some Willy Wonka shit.
That's pretty funny. You bring
Your
a kid in
mother
that
and
time, he's like,
father.
listen, go fuck up. That's why you brought your kid in.
Hold on.
Oh,
When children
Why
are
is your
sick-
kid sick?
Kids, you're fucked up.
Damn, dude.
Take some pills, your kid's getting fucked up.
Yeah.
That's funny. If the stomach if the stomach is kept in proper condition, the tonsils will give very little trouble. The absolute economy exhibited by nature in the building of all its structures should be sufficient proof that the Lord was not wasting his time when he made tonsils and appendixes. He apparently had reason for making them, but these poor, unoffending organs have become a gold mine to medical scientists who remove them at the slightest provocation. We are told that the vertical position assumed by the human body, which forces the contents of the intestinal tract to travel part of the time uphill, is the reason for the appendix, which is missing in creatures of horizontal carriage. Every organ not only has its visible purpose, but also an invisible spiritual purpose. And the individual is to be admired who manages to go through life preserving intact as many as possible of his original anatomical parts and members. So that's interesting. Getting
Don't
shit-
cut your dick off.
Yeah, he's talking about members now.
yeah. No organ harvesting. I mean, obviously, but spiritually, don't sell your organs. I guess.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
Yeah,
Um,
Don't go to
I've
Tijuana.
not been I was a donor for about one election cycle, and I switched that shit off fast because
I bet. Fuck that.
I heard
I
a
wanna be
story
buried
about
with all
it.
my shit.
I heard a story about a guy who was in a coma, and he was a donor, and so they pulled the plug on him.
Oh.
Like his family protested, but they were like, "Yeah, no, he's gonna die." And it was a whole fraud thing. Like it was a motorcycle accident, something like that.
Oh my god. Talking about snipping tips. I still
Oh,
have my
Apple here,
appendix,
no.
my tonsils.
Dude, I don't.
No.
Talking about
no.
snipping tips. I don't want to talk about that. All right, I'm almost
Well, I was
completely
gonna say,
back
when did we start
bodily.
talking about circumcision? Because they're talking about it in the chat.
Before she says anything, they snip chick tips too. So don't suggest that. They do that as well in Africa to curb their
yeah.
appetite. So,
Okay.
Fuck.
Well, Apple Eater, it's good to see you.
calling her out immediately.
No, I was
Apple
saying
Eater.
your
Welcome.
mom said that we're talking about foreskins, but I think he has been rambling about foreskins in the chat to himself.
I've been trying to pay attention. It's hard though.
Eamon?
I'm paying
That's how you get
attention to
Eamon's
both.
attention.
Where were you, Nick?
Well, while on the subject of the debt of science to the human body, we might add that the decimal system is the result of primitive man's counting on his fingers, whereby 10 became the unit of enumeration. The ancient cubit also was the distance between the elbow and the end of the second finger, or approximately 18 inches. So it goes back through the study of things until we find that nearly everything with which man has surrounded himself is an adaptation from the body with which God surrounded his spirit.
Wow.
Man is gradually gaining control not only over the organs of his body, but also over their functions. Science states that certain organs function automatically or mechanically, but occultism realizes that there is nothing mechanical about the functions of the human body. Let us take as an example a workman throwing a piece of iron among the wheels and levers of a smoothly working machine. There is a grinding crash and the machine stops. If, on the other hand, you figuratively throw a monkey wrench into the human body, it will immediately begin the process of throwing it back at you. It will surround the foreign element with a coating and try to absorb it. If this is possible, we'll try to eject it through some channel appointed for that purpose. If this means fails, it will, in many cases, accustom itself to the presence of the obstacle and keep right on working anyway. This shows unmistakably that the organic parts of man possess some inherent form of intelligence. Therefore, they are not machines, for no mechanical device is capable of intelligence.
Damn.
Hear that,
Hey.
clankers?
I'm going
he's talking
to
about stem
pick
cells,
up
though.
here, Nick,
Stem cells do that.
because what we're about to get into the next 2 pages, and then we'll be done with this chapter. Is what we've actually, dude. It's weird. We're reading Unseen Forces right now, as well as Melchizedek and the Mystery of Fire, Treatise on Natural Occultism. We finished Initiates of the Flame, but all these books, they have it. I don't know. It's weird that I chose all these to read kind of at the same time, because they all kind of pertain to something that relates to the other in each of them. It's fascinating.
And they
We've
do
seen
hammer
it a
in
few
points.
times.
And they
He's
do
really working now.
hammer in points like get this in your mind. Get the
Now that we're
three-
reading further into each book, because each episode we do a different book, but we're starting to see that it's all connected. But
yeah.
Anyway, Paracelsus, the great Swiss physician who, after many years in the Far East, returned to Switzerland to teach medicine, first gave the European world its concept of the nature spirits. Paracelsus taught that the functions of nature were under the control of little creatures, invisible to the normal senses, but who, working through the kingdoms of life, minerals, plants, animals, and parts of the human body, kept all of these evolving in an intelligent way. Under the control of the great celestial hierarchy of Scorpio, which is charge of all bodybuilding in nature, these elementals are the invisible intelligences governing the human body and its functions. We'll talk about this in Unseen Forces probably. Actually, I'm pretty sure we already did. If we talked about if we did chapter 2. Yeah, how
the 4 elements.
Well, and how they pertain to each substance of our body, right?
Yeah.
Like the physical, really the astral, the ethereal, and the air, or the mental plane that is above all. But I like Paracelsus.
I wonder how we can get all those things in our body, those etheric things in our body. Sounds good.
What, the gnomes and the mermaids?
Yeah, all those energies, minerals, plants, animals.
That's the thing. They're already in your body.
Well, there's ethereal mermaids in our semen, and I talked about.
I don't want to know, not that.
Okay, well, I talked about this.
Well, you asked.
Like episode 7 of Grey Pilled. No one was watching. It was when I did a recording. I guess I recorded it and then put it out. But I read from Unseen Forces, and I talk about how, it talks about how the Undines have control over all the substances in our body, fluids, right? So there you go. But not our blood, right? Our blood is somewhat tied to the fire, the salamander.
Because of the liver, maybe?
Funny enough, I have a salamander garden in my backyard. It's like a wildflower garden that we edged up in the side of the house, and it's inhabited by salamanders.
Cool. Smoke them up, drink them
No
up,
fire pixie, not unseen foreskin. Unseen forces.
Unsheathed forces? What?
Unseen forces.
Dude, the Rumble chat has been on the foreskin thing for the last half hour. It's crazy. They can't stop thinking about it. I understand. I completely agree. But
All right. Let's finish up this chapter. As the result of man's ever-evolving consciousness, he is acquiring more complete control over the functions of his various organs. There are two kinds of muscles, voluntary and involuntary. The difference being that the voluntary muscles, which are controlled by the conscious mind of the individual, have fibers running two ways and crossing each other, while those which are involuntary are without cross fibers. The heart used to be considered an involuntary muscle, but it is now beginning to show cross fibers, thus foreshadowing the day when man will consciously and intelligently regulate the beating of his own heart. That's insane. The same will be true with respect to all other organs that survive the periodic changes taking place in the constitution of man. The Eastern holy man can successfully live without his heart beating. He can stop it or start it at will. And I'm pretty sure y'all have all seen that one video. I'm sure there's multiple ones of those Tibetan monks basically like setting up a place to lay and leave their body at will, right?
yeah.
And then in some cases enter back into their body. Such as the story of Christ, right?
Like magic circle type things? Is that what you're describing? Like the candles and like a little circle or something else?
That they lay down inside of?
Yeah. Is that what you're describing? Okay.
It's somewhat of their own little tomb or something, but like,
I think I've heard it as like something
it's
you
a
do
part of a
before astral
ritual.
projection. You have to set up like safety before astral projection.
They're able to like this is saying like die basically, but they're not dead. By lifting the tongue so that it closes the air passage into the lungs, he can remain in suspended animation for months without dying. Many Eastern Cheldas do this while being given spiritual initiations out of the physical body. There are cases on record where these holy men have been buried in the ground. Weeks later, when the body was dug up, it was found to be dried like leather. Water was poured on it, and after a certain lapse of time, the man who had not taken a breath in weeks got up and walked off. Dude, that's extraordinary, dude. This is the result of extraordinary control, which the mind is capable of gaining over the functions of the body. That's incredible.
Wow.
The yogis.
Wish I could do that, dude. Like you just dry up and then you just fucking.
Yeah, but would you? I
water.
see. I don't have the luxury to be able to put aside my body for weeks at a time. Like I'm living
You're throwing it in
paycheck
the
to
trash.
paycheck right now. You know, like.
I mean, if you had to, though, that'd be
Like
cool.
what's that?
If you
It's a
had,
rat. Just throw
if you could do that to, like, I don't know, if you had to survive, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna find you all dried up. You're like, I don't know, just fucking chuck it in the bushes.
You're just
over
like
there.
a leather fucking jacket or something.
It's an old Halloween
Like the
costume.
shrunken head dude from Beetlejuice.
yeah. Shrunken
I don't know.
heads. There you go. You pour water
I don't
on them
know.
and that grows a body. Those are like those toys that they give the kids. You put them in the bath and they get bigger.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Those
yeah,
things,
yeah.
like
little
if you let them
dinosaurs
get
or
big
whatever.
enough, do they like come alive? And that movie.
I think they have to be, that they have to be inspirited, but
Well, yeah. I mean, you could create a tulpa or something. I don't know.
First,
dude.
you put a doll in a jar.
What are you trying? Okay.
Just-
All right. Okay. Occultism teaches that there is an entire universe within the human body, that it has its worlds, its planes, and its gods and goddesses. Millions of minute cells are its inhabitants. These are grouped together into kingdoms, nations, and races. We were talking about Game of Thrones. Isn't it funny how they say that like they live inside of the eye of a fucking
Giant.
blue-eyed giant? Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's their lore. Like, it's fucking crazy, but well, I mean, what if, right? I believe anything's possible. These are grouped together into kingdoms, nations, and races. There are the bone cells and the nerve cells, and millions of these tiny creatures grouped together become one thing composed of many parts. The supreme ruler and God of this great world is the consciousness in man which says, I am. This consciousness picks up its universe and moves to another town. Every time it walks up and down the street, it takes 100 million solar systems with it. But being so infinitesimal, forgive me, man cannot realize that they are actually worlds. In like manner, we are individual cells in the body of an infinite creation, which is hurling itself through infinity at unknown speed. Suns, moons, and stars are merely bones in a great skeleton composed of all the substances of the universe. Our own little lives are merely part of that infinite life throbbing and coursing through the arteries and veins of space. But all this is so vast as to be beyond the comprehension of this little I am in us. Therefore, we may say that both extremes are equally incomprehensible. We live in a middle world between infinite greatness on one hand and infinite smallness on the other. As we grow, gradually our world grows also, resulting in a corresponding increase in the scope of our understanding of all these wonders. That's what I was basically trying to voice earlier when I was talking about. As you grow, so does your understanding of all this. And the next one is what? What's the next chapter? The Infernal
Next chapter
World.
is the Infernal Worlds.
That was a badass chapter. Way to end it there.
Yeah,
That was
next
awesome.
week. Yeah, man. That was a banger. Next week we'll be doing magic, a treatise on natural occultism in 3 parts.
I've been saying this for a minute though. We're organs inside God. That's why we can't see him.
Well, this is what my
we're
wife
inside of
was
him.
talking about the other day. Like, are we like one of the
Tarsals.
Yeah, on the finger or hand of God, you know?
That's like Sun Wukong versus Buddha, where he says, "I'm going to escape you," and he flies out of the universe, and he goes, "You never left my hand, and you're still right here."
That's incredible, man. Jeff Anderson says, "We are God's snip tip,
Oh no.
just spinning through space. He just fucking let it fall, huh?"
Connect back to the Godhead.
One
Reconnect
of
the
the
tip.
rings of Saturn.
I
The Jews are trying to build a bridge of foreskins. So
Baal worship.
foreskin bridge back to God.
Gucci to the booty.
I'm
That's what
sorry,
trying to do.
Nick. I know you're streaming this to your channel. I know you have some people come on your show sometimes.
We're trying to hold back here.
People
We're
like it.
we're
I
trying.
think people like it. I think you guys had a good time this morning. Slick,
Oh, yeah,
thanks for hanging out with us, dude.
Yeah,
You
it
got
was
a couple
good.
fans that are on stage right now. Fans of your work.
Yeah, that was an awesome chapter. That was wild. That was
Yeah.
very cool.
And Doc, I saw you out there too, man. I got to get you on the show. Yeah, guys. So I hope y'all enjoyed today.
That was fun.
Yeah, always, dude. It's always fun. And Nick, you're always invited to them.
Oh, yeah.
And I stream this live on my channel as well for anyone who wasn't a part of the Patreon, who wanted to see a little preview of just one of the shows that we do. I plan on doing more stuff to add to the Patreon as the channel grows, but I may do this every now and again. And I hope everyone on your channel enjoys it as well, Nick.
Hell yeah. Well, I gotta get some, I'm sure the chat seems pretty was going. So
Chat
we
was
like to do these
excited
things
today.
live. They're authentic as possible.
Oh,
And
yeah.
we learn something. Maybe you guys learn with us and maybe teach us something. Like I said, you guys been
Yeah.
in the chat the whole time. We appreciate everything you guys have been.
Get ideas and just
Oh,
drop
no.
it in there.
Yeah,
It's gonna happen. You're just gonna.
We love it. Because
Yeah, it's like almost every paragraph in a whole book is going to make me think of something. It's going to trigger some sort of thought. And
the first show Nick came on, we were doing Melchizedek and the Mystery of Fire. I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that it took us 2.5 hours to do 4 pages.
Yeah, I remember that. It's like like you said, every paragraph was like, what the fuck?
We couldn't finish the book, so we still have 3 pages left, and that will be a whole episode in itself. Amazing book, little treatise. Anyway, so yeah, I guess Nick, you said the show. There's no show today.
No, unfortunately, Aaron Vogt, or however you say his last name, he canceled. But I think next week I'm possibly.
Okay. Well, this was fun, guys. Let me let's see. Oh, I'll be on Nephilim Death Squad tomorrow at noon. So
Oh, yeah.
Noon Eastern. So I'll probably stream that to my channel.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Shout out.
And then next weekend, Esoteric Eddie next Sunday. And I believe 7 Seas is coming on this next week as well. So going to be some bangers. Great Horn Pagans the next weekend.
Nice.
Yeah, Stilton's coming on. He's a good guy.
Nice.
Going to get him in there. And yeah, some more shows on the way. I think I'm doing a cryptid watch tonight. My family, my wife and 2 kids went with her mom to a little Airbnb at the beach, and I wasn't going to drive 6 hours there and then 6 hours back for one day just to go back to work Tuesday to essentially drive again. And yeah, so I'm here by myself, me and my dog, me and Kai. So I'm going to be doing a cryptid watch tonight. I guess I'll stream it to YouTube. It'll probably get, I don't know. I guess I'll stream after the music, the 30-minute music intro that I do, where we sit there and kind of pregame, let the chat get situated. Anyway, so we'll talk about that. We may do cryptid watch later. We may do another show, but these gentlemen that are here, I don't know if Nick may not be joining us. He may be busy.
Oh, yeah, if you got stuff going on, let me know. I might be around. Right now, I'm just like,
man.
I'm editing a show that I've been obsessing over. So
I hear you. No, it
might be a break
later tonight. I have to get out in the yard today and do some stuff. And then my dad's gonna come over. I think we're gonna have dinner, and then I'll be doing a show after that. So everybody, be on the lookout, guys. Y'all want to put your plugs in again and let everyone know where to find you, guys. If you can find me over on Twitter at GrayPilledPod, Rumble, YouTube, Patreon, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. You can also support me on Locals as well. I post all the Patreon links there, and GrayPilled_podcast on Instagram. I need to start posting there. And yeah, appreciate everybody.
Bye, Subliminal. What happened?
Subliminal.
Come back here.
No.
All right. I'll go next, I guess.
There he is. There he is.
I'll wait. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, follow at Season of the Rat on X. Follow Season of the Rat on Rumble. I have a channel. I do a stream as much as I can, which is not that much. Certainly I work full time and do what I can on the off time. I stream music production, and I'll talk about especially the New Testament research that I've been doing, like critical assessment of the New Testament and its origins, as well as a little bit of touch on some of the Gnostic, more taboo topics. I'll talk about that. And me and Subliminal just recently
I'll be coming on there too with y'all at some point, whenever y'all want me to.
Yeah, hell yeah. Disagree to agree on Rumble. Follow us there. Our first episode is up. It just went up yesterday. We talked about controlling stuff with our mind. Remote. We started with the remote. The patents for remote mind control, essentially, putting thoughts in your mind, it being able to put you to sleep from a remote location.
Wirelessly
messing with the
actions.
EFGs, and we the second half of the show was talking about the origins of the New Testament and how authorship is debated and unreliable in terms of the New Testament, and the essentially the control exerted over us by the Universal Christian Church. So we talk about a lot of wild things on that show. So check out the episode, give us a follow, and watch out for more content. Also, buy my album. I just released an album, Escape Saturn, Where We Are. Purchase it on Bandcamp. I get more money out of there. Stream it on Spotify. I think it does good for my analytics. If you like hard rock, heavy metal, progressive fusion stuff, and songs about my schizophrenic dad, check it out.
Awesome.
They're really good songs.
All right, Subliminal.
Yeah, catch me on they have a fantastic record, by the way. Catch me on Rumble. Catch me over on Subliminal Messenger Show on Rumble. Catch me on Twitter, Manuel Labor. And if you can find it, find the Building 7 shop over on Printify. We've got new items in the shop, and it's all related to stuff I do on the show, including that kind of the background you see here.
Maybe put some Graypill stuff on there.
Yeah, as soon as possible. Yeah, you'll get that cowboy hat on there somehow.
Let's do it.
And just I don't schedule shows, but I'm only scheduled to be with Jules Saturdays and with Aim and Rat Saturdays too.
Yeah, so we both do. We do shows together Saturdays. We also, these two guys host Sunday Chaos with me. They co-host Sunday Chaos with me, as well as Conspiracy Extremist, Not Nice Guy, and Nate from Reality Czars.
Yeah.
Every other Sunday. So Nick, we got to get you on there one night too. Talk some shit with us and do some banter.
Sounds good to me.
Be a good time. Nick, you want to let everyone know where they can find you? I know your channel knows where they can find you.
Yeah. The Occult Rejects on BitChute, Rumble, and YouTube, and all major podcasts. And we also have occultresearchinstitute.org. You can check that out if you're into long form reading. But yeah, thank you very much, man. I always have a blast when we do these readings. So yeah, appreciate it.
Hell yeah, guys. I will I'll post on X today about that show later on. And everyone have a good afternoon. Stay gray-pilled. And if I don't see you later, have a good Labor Day. Have a good Labor Day and a good week. Peace out, everybody.
Kill me, boy.
You handsome faggot.